Awesome. We are live. Good afternoon, viewers. This is African Queens and African King. We are back again. So, for those who are used to seeing us every Saturday, I think things have changed a little bit. So, you're going to be seeing us weekdays as well as your normal Saturday evening. So, yeah. So, don't be confused. We are just trying to actually give you more upgrade in what we do. So anyway, my name is Mary. You're welcome to this afternoon podcast, and I've got my colleagues on the screen who are going to be chipping in their wonderful thoughts on this amazing topic: why working hard is no longer enough in today's economy. So I live in the United Kingdom. I'm originally from Africa, precisely from Nigeria. I'm a mom of three. I'm a retired midwife for 33 years. I have put in my own quota into my career and into serving humanity. Now, I'm not in the digital space, serving those who want to work online like myself. So if that is what you're looking for, stay tuned. I'm going to be calling the rest of my colleagues to introduce themselves. So, Sister Catherine, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, viewers. I'm really pleased to be able to do. Oh, sorry. I'm really pleased to be able to do this with my colleagues this afternoon. You know what? That's the beauty of what we do, and I really love it. So, my name is Catherine. I reside in the UK, precisely in Scotland. I was born in Ghana, grew up in Italy, but I'm in this part of the world now. I've got two lovely sisters. My mom, I'm proud to be the daughter of my mom. And most importantly, I'm the daughter of the Most High God. I am a radiographer by profession, and I'm so proud to be part of this amazing community of digital entrepreneurs. Back on to you, sis.
Awesome. And take it over, Sister Tony.
Hello, everyone. It's such an amazing day here in the UK. After, we've had series of uncertainty in the weather, today is giving a good vibe. Today is giving a good vibe. So, hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Toyin Maikaibe. I am a chartered accountant. I'm a certified treasurer. Yes, I've been in banking, audit, I've been in oil and gas. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I'm residing in the UK now with my family of four. I'm so happy to be here to share my thoughts on our subject. So please stay tuned.
Awesome. And last but not the least, the king in the house, Mr. Dawood. You can take it over.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sis. And thanks to the viewers who are watching us at the minute. My name is Dawood. Live in the UK, precisely in Preston, in Lancashire, originally from Gambia. I work as with the deaf community as a sign language support. So, just get into the digital space because of as we all know now, the digital space is here to stay. So if you're not jumping in on board, you're losing out. So that's why we all jump on board. So let's go, guys.
Okay. Okay. If you're not, jumping in, you're losing out. All right. Thank you for that intro. We'll keep that one in mind. So, viewers, as you can see on our screen, what the topic is for this afternoon: why working hard is no longer the thing. It's not enough. It's no longer enough in today's economy. We know that there is a rising cost every day. People are struggling to make ends meet. Some people in my days, in my career, by now, people are jumping from one bank shift to one agency shift. In fact, it's even worse now because there is cut back, cut back, cut back, cut back, right? All the sectors are cutting back. In fact, I was speaking to somebody, was it 2 days ago, and she was telling me that, oh, you won't believe what is happening now in the health industry, that there is no more bank, there is no more agency. People are just, struggling to find that extra shift, that they need to actually cushion, their pay package. And you cannot start thinking to yourself that, okay, so what next then for people in that category? And that is why we are here to say to you, look, one source of income is no longer enough. Every one of us need that extra addition, passive income, to subsidize our paid to check, that we receive every month from our normal career. So today, we are going to hear the views of all our colleagues here. What did they think? What is happening in their own sector? I just told you a little bit of what is happening within just the health sector where I belong to, and what people are saying and how people are struggling and asking for what is the next thing to do. What do you think, Sister Catherine? What do you think about this topic? How do you think people can actually, find another means of actually doing things differently to make life a little bit easier, for them? So let us hear it from you.
Thank you so much for the topic that we are treating today. And I think it's really important, especially in our day to day, because there's just so much happening in our society that if we don't personally and intentionally think about our own financial well-being, nobody's going to think about this for us. And I believe that one way, obviously, to be able to combat this issue is starting to think about multiple income streams. Because now, so maybe years ago, if people think about multiple income stream, they think, oh, maybe it's because you want to lead some sort of luxurious life. But the truth is, it is a necessity now. It is absolutely a necessity. And having multiple income stream, that does not necessarily mean that after your full-time job, so like myself, I've got a full-time job. It does not mean that I'm looking for another full-time job or another part-time job in addition to my full-time job, because it's absolutely impossible to be able to physically give energy always to be able to get an income. So thinking about multiple income streams is really important. And I'm going to talk about two aspects. So like what an active income is and a passive income. So active income, that is really quite straightforward. You work, you get a paycheck. So you're giving your time, your energy to do work. And then at the end of the month, you get paid. And that is what you're earning. A passive income, technically, you are investing your time. So you are investing your time to build something. And even whilst you're sleeping, whatever you have built is able to earn you an income. And that is what passive income is. And I think that is one of the best ways that we can combat this issue of, how to be able to not think about always how many hours am I going to be working in order to be able to earn some money, but making use of my time. Because we live in an era in which we need to learn how to invest our time in order for our time to earn for us. So not physically doing the job once, because to have passive income, you still need to put in some work. But the work that you put in order to earn an income from that work that you have done, you do the work once and the work is there for you. And whilst you're sleeping, whilst you're about doing your other job, once you're about still in your career and improving it in your career, what you have put in on the side, the investment that you've done in your time on the side, that will be earning for you. And that is what our business does. It gives us that opportunity to be able to learn, put something out online, create an ad, put it out there. And whilst I'm on about doing my day-to-day job, that has got a potential of earning me an extra income, which I'm not actively always putting my time into. So I put my time into it once, and it has got a potential of earning me extra. I'll pass it on to you guys as well, because I know you've definitely got a lot to share. But that is my insight on that. Thank you so much, Sister Mary. Oh, you mute.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I didn't know I was actually muted. Thank you so much. You actually just nail it and explain it nicely. The difference between passive income, and also your normal income. And what we're saying actually to you guys is, we're not saying, abandon your normal job and come and do business online. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're saying that small little time that you have, you can actually invest it. Because time is investment. Invest it into something that can bring back to you, and you don't have to actually spend all the time you have doing this. Like she said, you still, you do what you have to do, you send it an errand, automated system, take over. Because these days we work with system. That's why we're online. Everything has gone digital. So the system take it over, it does the hard lifting for you. So you don't even need to break your head. It's like recently I was trying to actually offload to not only just even to offload, to create a website, and it's a website that had a lot inside it. I couldn't believe, if it's before, I'll go look for somebody who manually generate it and do this and do that, but just using AI, all I need to do was just to give it the prompt. It did all the background work, all the design, or everything. It just brought everything up. I didn't have to do anything. All I did, just type one or two things. This is what I want. This is what I want. This, same way with our business, right? You don't need to do too much, right? Like we're just showing up here. That's all we do, really. We don't carry the business on our head and say, come and buy. Or we go to the neighbor and be knocking on the door. No, they come looking for us, because that's the model of our business. And that's what we're saying, that you can still hold on to your full-time job and still do this business. So guys, so let me hear from Mr. Dawood. What do you have? What is your take on this topic? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you both has contributed tremendously with regards to, this current situation that we're all facing, and is a reality to everybody. Either we admit it or we keep it to ourselves. We're all in the same boat, and we're all in the same struggle. Like you were saying, in the healthcare sector, it's overcrowded, and then the hours and the time that people were expecting is actually not happening now. So it is giving so much weight, especially to people that have come in as on a sponsorship visa, on stuff like that. So, but like he says, having a side stream income whereby it subsidize your main income, it's just fundamental at the time that we're living in. It's absolutely fundamental, because of the bills are not waiting for you. Your food bills is not waiting for you. You need to eat, you need to pay and everything is just so at such a point by, at the end of the month, after you get your wages, you pay your bills, and then by the time you're back to zero again. So that constant struggle, that is something that is on the shoulders of everybody, not only the immigrants, everybody, those that are born and bred here, those that came, but for those of us that came, it's more on us, because of we're not only putting the burden of looking after our families here, but we thinking of helping our families back home. So that financial burden, it gives you so much stress that you think to yourself, right, is my 9 to 5 or 12 hours saved, is it still enough? And then you're there scraping, like he says, trying to scrape the leftovers, and then there's nothing leftovers. So then you says to yourself, where do I go from here? So this is why it's very important to jump into digital marketing. Like I said at the beginning, it is here to stay. So if you're not jumping on board, you're missing out.
Wow, wow, wow. Awesome. If you're not jumping in, you are missing out. So, guys, this is what we're talking about. You need to take a peep, come inside. Until you peel a banana, you will never know if the fruit inside is actually delicious and sweet. You might be seeing the outside, it might look inviting. You need to peel it. When you peel it, then you can assess it properly. Then you can take a bite, say, this tastes nice. Same way, this business, until you come inside, right? And you look at it, and then you look at the system, you look at everything that's been laid out for you to follow step by step, all the trainings, all the the community, the people, the system, everything that is there for you to actually thrive in this business. Until you come in, you can never know. So stop staying outside, stop being skeptical, come inside and come and have a look. There is no hard feelings. If you come in, obviously, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Yeah, you can, easily back off. But Anyway, let's hear it from Sister Toyi before we round up. Thank you.
What an amazing conversation we're having this afternoon. I'm sure our audience, you've picking tips here and there. And we may have someone that is in a position that, you know what, I'm well paid, I'm okay. I really don't need another side also. I don't need a passive income. I'm just okay. All right. Come closer. Let me tell you a story. As a number person, beginning of the year, you put up a budget. So you have your mortgage, you have school fees, you have your all your shopping here and there. You put the numbers together and you think your salary is sufficient. Let me say this. There are instances of people who, because they are relying on one single source of income in the course of the year, things didn't actually go the way it's planned. The story I wanted to mention to you, I was working in Nigeria in a downstream industry, oil and gas downstream. And one particular day, the MD, did you hear me? The managing director got into the office. He wanted to log on to his system and he couldn't because his services were no longer required. We don't pray for that. We're people of faith. But the danger of relying on one single source of income is that you're boxed. You don't have option. You don't have flexibility. You're always ever at the mercy of that job. Can I break it down? Things are changing. The demand financially on family is on the increase. When I have 3 children, when they were young, things were pretty easier. You can put their lunch here, you can sew their school uniform, you go pass me down. But as they grow older, the financial commitment become increased. So they want to travel, they want to go on school excursion, they want to join a particular club, they want to do this, they want to do that. And you want to celebrate their birthdays, even on a larger scale. You see that the scope of what you need to do is on the increase, that this singular source of income may not sustain it. So why do we need to wait till that my MD, for example? If you have a side also, it's just a matter of, you know what, bye-bye. I pick up another, my side also can become my main job. A similar thing happened in a bank. I don't want to call the name of that bank. We entered in the morning. People were trying to log on to their system. I don't know why they did that culture in those days. I'm sure they must have stopped now. People try to log into their system and then boom, if you are able to get in, that means you're still okay. If you're unable to get in, that's to take your bag and say bye-bye. Go and see HR. Things are changing. My brother just mentioned about the cost of living, inflation. I'm a number person. So your £1 last year can't do £1 work this year anymore. Things have shifted. So if you're based on a fixed salary, your lifestyle, unfortunately, is not fixed. We are a continual people. You live in continuum, in a cumulative manner. So what you can do with £1 last year, you can't do with £1 this year, and your salary is fixed. So without saying so much, honestly, you need to sit down and say this salary, this source, one single source of income that I'm relying on is very risky, especially even if it's not your own. You cannot allow your success to be in another person's hand. Be the driver of your finances. You need to be there. So in a nutshell, there is danger of relying on just on one single source of income because number one, things are dynamic. Things are not static. A figure last year can't do the same thing this year. Value is changing. Inflation is moving. And then you need flexibility of life. Life is on the expansion, and you want to just not live to yourself alone. You want to be a blessing to others. So if you think your salary is sufficient for you, yes, we are not live to live for me, I, and myself alone. You extend yourself. Thank God for, the grace you have now. But how about being a blessing to other people? And I'm eagerly looking forward to you trying this. I know what Sister Mary said. Don't just look at the banana and say, oh, is this sweet? Is this sour? Is it? No. Peel it. How do you peel it? Reach out to any one of us and we'll show you what is inside that banana. Thank you.
Again, I like that. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Reach us to any one of us. I don't know where you're going to be watching this from, whether you're watching the live show or you're going to watch the replay. You had the last word. Reach out to any one of us and we will give you the blueprint. There is blueprint in this business, and that blueprint is helping a lot of families, is changing life, is transforming people's finances. If you are still stuck in paycheck to paycheck, and you think that that is the way forward in this digital economy, my brother, my sister, please smell the coffee. Smell it early, because if you don't, the coffee will leave you behind. The coffee is going to bypass you. And before you know it, you become obsolete. Because all those knowledge that we have accumulated, whether you did a BSc or a master or a master's or a PhD, if you don't continuously update your skills, you will lose them. Same way, if you don't continuously acquaint yourself to the progress, to what is happening within your environment, within this digital environment we find ourselves, which is here to stay. Yeah, like I was saying, that AI built my website for me within 24 hours. Before, it would have taken a manual maybe 2 weeks before they will still even be telling, oh, it's almost done. Within 24 hours, everything was very clean, very neat. Guys, come inside, join the train, the moving train, before it leaves you behind. Nobody wants to be left behind, right? Just like we are saying that, are you prepared for rapture? Don't let rapture meet you not being prepared. Someone will say, I'm preaching now. But this is all part of it, right? This is all the things that help us to look forward to the hope, that we are waiting for. And for you, your hope will be to live that luxurious life you've been dreaming of, to go on that holiday that you've been dreaming of, to have that mansion that you've been dreaming, whether you're dreaming it for yourself or you're dreaming it for your family or your siblings somewhere. You want to give them that, surprise package. You can't do it on a paycheck to paycheck salary. Who would, anybody that have done it, they should put their hand up. Without any extra work, it's not possible. And the fact that we are consistently, that's the word, working for others. When are we going to start working for ourselves? When are we going to start building our own? Right? Because every day you go and work for somebody, for a company, for a business or whatever that you don't own, you don't put your name, they don't say if this one is for you, you are actually building somebody's dynasty. All they will give you is just the crumbs. Crumbs, yeah. Well, how much is your crumbs? Maybe your crumbs is maybe £2,000 a month or £1,000. And then by the time you pay this bill, pay that bill, pay that bill, pay that bill, you find out that actually you're not getting anything really. So, but if you have your own business that bring you consistently a streams of income, right? So you can go to bed and sleep with your two eyes. You don't need to be worrying, when is the next bank shift is going to pop up? When is that extra shift going to be? When are they going to pay us our next bonus? Because why? Human wants and need is on the continuum, like Sister Tony said. It's ever there. It's never going to go away, right? So if you haven't taken anything out of this podcast today, what we want you to take out of it is go sit down, do your mathematics. Like Sister Tony said, I'm a woman of numbers. Put all the numbers together, dot them all up, and see what is left. Is it enough? If it is not enough, then you need to come back to us. You need to click on all our links, or any of the links that where you're going to be watching this, or what platform you're watching it from. Follow the link that you find there. Go check out this business. Do your due diligence, right? And when you're done, we will be waiting for you on the other side to receive you, to hold you by the hand and give you the blueprint and support you. So until next time, when we come your way, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting the Go Live. And we say bye-bye. Au revoir.
Bye-bye.